Hey aficionado family, I am Jamie. It's been a while since I've seen you, but that may be because I just got back from Emerald City Comic Con. I went to Seattle and got to see a lot of really cool people. I go to Emerald City Comic Con, this is the second year, and I go because I'd like to get a chance to meet the artists on the West Coast, because I don't really get a chance to do that. We do Heroes Con, and that's great, and there are a lot of artists come to that, but there are some people that don't make it all the way to the East Coast from LA. So I wanted to do that, and also like a lot of the Valkyries, and now we've got 600-700 members somewhere in there, and that's ladies throughout the world, Australia, Ireland, England. Holly's birthday was this weekend or today, and she's Dark Side Comics in the UK, and she is awesome. But I go because I like these ladies, and it's a great time, and I get to meet these artists. This time was really neat. My flight was delayed, and that sucked, but while I was sitting there, Brian Stelfreeze sat down next to me. So that was really cool, because I got to have this really neat conversation with him, and I met his assistant, and she's really awesome too. Keep an eye out for her, she does some really cute earrings. Her name is Michelle Paust, and so we got to have some FaceTime and talk, and then Joe Pruitt from Aftershock was on the flight, so I was like on the coolest flight ever. And then I got there, and my friend, I stay with a friend when I go. Like an old friend from high school. She's one of my absolute best people in the world. So she picked me up, and we got to do friend stuff, and then on Thursday, that was the first real day of the convention. That's kind of the day where you just get your bearings and figure out what stuff is, and say hi to the people that you really want to say hi to. I made a beeline for Jim Mahfood. I love Jim Mahfood's work. He's coming out with the next Girl Scouts, the follow-up, so I'm super stoked, and it was good to see him, and he remembered my name, so I wigged out, tried to maintain calm. I was like, oh yeah, I get to see you. Oh my god, you remember my name. So that was rad. I met Scott Snyder, who is a very, very nice gentleman. I met David Mack, I hadn't met him before. Got to go to a Milk-Fed Criminal Masterminds panel. If you ever have the chance to go to a Milk-Fed Criminal Masterminds panel, and you do not, there's something wrong in your life. Because it's 90 minutes of hearing talk about Bitch Planet, Pretty Deadly, Casanova Seda, Sex Crims, and the new books that Kelly Sue is doing, like Parisian White, and the new one that Matt's doing with Terry Dotson called Adventure Man. And those books look to be excellent, and they'll be coming out. So that's one of my favorite panels to do. I always miss it at Heroes Con because I'm usually working, so it was really nice to go and do it this time. Okay, so I have never done those photo op things. I've never been a fan of them. It seems kind of weird and awkward, but Jason Momoa was there. And I don't remember if you watched we did the Justice League, the trailer review thing, didn't we? I believe the phrase I used was his C. Lisi. I don't know. Is that what I said? Either way, I touched him. There's a picture. It wasn't like, I'm not going to jail or anything. I took a photo op picture and with a couple friends. So we three went in together, and we kind of went in together, A, because it kind of cut down on cost, and B, that way no one of us would abscond with him. You know, if we got away with him, it'd be all three of us, and, you know, what happens, happens. But he's Aquaman. It's not like he can't fight us off. This trip, compared to last year, I knew it. I knew my way around a little better, so I wasn't completely lost trying to find things. The convention center wasn't so odd. The streets around weren't so weird, and the bus system was good getting there and back. So it was a little bit more familiar, so I was able to kind of relax a little bit more. I wasn't constantly worried. And since I knew some of the artists this time, it was really cool to go back and see them and have them remember me and have those interactions. Why I do Emerald City compared to other conventions like Chicago, New York, San Diego is honestly because the ladies. It's my friends. We figured out it's a summer camp. It's really a summer camp, and the whole atmosphere of the show, though, it's very well run. ReedPop does a great job with it. They have quality guests. I like Emerald City in the same way I like Heroes Con, where the focus is comics. Now, Emerald City, you get a lot of other stuff. See, I met Jason Momoa, they had Alice Cooper, but when it came to Artist Alley, the focus was on comics. and that's important to me. That's what I love, and that's what I love about Heroes. I need to get to C2E2. I need to get to New York. I really, honestly, though, I have no interest in San Diego. San Diego stopped being about comics to me maybe about 10 years ago. It kind of switched all over to movies, and that's cool if that's your thing. That's rad. I would rather do New York than San Diego because New York does more comic-related stuff. But even then, they do a lot of TV shows. But Heroes I love because of the comics focus, and Emerald City I love because of the comic focus in the Artist Alley, the fact that it's like a summer camp for my friends, and it's just very well run. Like, as a show, for value, the staff, everybody just really kind of kicks ass. It's almost as good as MomoCon. So, if you have choices of comic conventions, I cannot recommend Emerald City enough. Were you there? If you were, comment down below. Tell me about your trip. Tell me what you want to know about my trip. We can do another one of these. I'll answer some questions. Some, not all. If if we were at the same place, missed each other at Emerald City, you can catch me at Heroes. I love Heroes. You can catch me definitely at MomoCon, and MomoCon is so cool. It's the best. I love MomoCon. So yeah, those, that's about it. I love doing Emerald City, and I'm looking forward to next year already. I'm Jamie, I'm with The Aficionados, and I talk a lot about comics. That's what I do.
What's going on YouTube? This is Mr. AJ with The Aficionados, and here with
Jamie.
So today we're gonna talk about the trailers. We actually got like a triple threat of trailers. Some good, some bad.
On top of the Nintendo Switch.
Yeah,
getting
on
all sorts.